something significant is happening on the roads of Europe. In October 2025, new car sales across the EU, UK, and EFTA countries rose by 4.9%, topping 1 million vehicles in a single month. But the real story isn't just about more cars. It's about what kind of cars are being sold. For the first time, electric and hybrid vehicles are driving this growth. No longer niche, but mainstream. This marks a critical turning point for the auto industry and Europe's environmental ambitions. The data signals that the future of personal transportation is arriving faster than expected. The familiar hum of combustion engines is being replaced by the silent whir of electric motors. This shift is powered by government policy, tech advances, and rising climate awareness. The car you drive is now a statement about the future you want. In October, European drivers made their choice clear. Cleaner, greener vehicles are in. The modest 4.9% rise hides a much bigger transformation. Petrol and diesel cars, dominant for a century, are now in retreat. This is not just a trend, it's a transformation happening right now, from Madrid to Berlin. The data from this month is a snapshot of a continent in the midst of a massive industrial and cultural pivot. The repercussions will be felt for years to come. Let's break down the numbers behind this transformation. In the EU alone, sales growth hit 5.8% in October 2025. Battery electric vehicle sales soared by 38.6% year-on-year, a massive leap. Plug-in hybrids jumped 43.2%, and traditional hybrids rose 9.4%. Together, electric and hybrid models made up 63.9% of all new car registrations in the EU. That's nearly 2 out of every 3 new cars, up from 55.4% just a year before. The market has flipped. Electrified vehicles are now the majority. This isn't a slow evolution, it's a revolution in consumer choice. The European Automobile Manufacturers Association notes battery electric cars now hold a 16.4% year-to-date market share. But to meet the EU's 2035 green targets, the pace must keep accelerating. The October surge is the kind of momentum needed to make that goal a reality. With the right mix of policy, product, and public interest, the transition can happen fast. The numbers prove it's already underway. The electric wave is sweeping Europe, but each country is moving at its own pace. Spain led the pack in October 2025, with new car sales up 15.9%, a sign of strong demand for electrified vehicles. Germany, Europe's largest auto market, grew 7.8%, driven by homegrown giants like Volkswagen and BMW pivoting to electric. This shows German consumers are embracing the electric future their automakers are building. France saw a 2.9% increase, and the UK a slight 0.5% rise. But in both, electric and hybrid sales are up, while petrol and diesel decline. Even in slow-growing markets, electrification is the main force of change. Italy was the only major market to dip, down 0.5%. But demand for electrified vehicles there is still rising. The overall trend is clear. Every major European nation is contributing to the decline of combustion engines. The substitution effect is reshaping the vehicle fleet, one sale at a time. Even where total sales are flat or down, the shift to electric is unmistakable. The old guard is fading, replaced by a new era of mobility. The transformation is continent-wide. Europe's car market is being rewritten. The rise of electric vehicles comes with a sharp decline in petrol and diesel sales. In October 2025, every major European market reported falling sales for both fuel types. Diesel's fall is especially dramatic, once over half the market, now a fringe choice. Scandals and pollution concerns have led to bans and low-emission zones, accelerating diesel's decline. Petrol cars, long the default, are now losing ground as EVs become more affordable and practical. Volatile fuel prices and environmental awareness are pushing consumers toward electric. The smooth, quiet power of EVs is winning over drivers. This is a permanent structural shift, not a temporary blip. Market forces, regulation, and changing values are all at play. The internal combustion engine, which defined the 20th century, is in its twilight. October's sales figures are an early obituary for petrol and diesel dominance. Millions of these cars will remain on the road, but their era is ending. The future belongs to batteries and electric motors. Europe's auto giants are racing to adapt or risk being left behind. Volkswagen Group saw registrations rise 6.5% thanks to its all-electric ID. Family. After a slow start, VW's scale is paying off in the EV market. Renault Group posted a 10.6% increase, building on its early EV lead with models like the Zoe and Megane E-Tech. Renault's success shows the value of affordable, well-targeted electric options. Stellantis, formed from Fiat Chrysler and PSA, grew 4.6% in October, but its year-to-date sales are still down 4.7%. The company is playing catch-up in the EV race, losing share to faster-moving rivals. Legacy brands face a high-stakes pivot. Decades of combustion expertise must be replaced by electric innovation. October's numbers show who's leading and who's lagging. For VW and Renault, the strategy is working. For Stellantis, the challenge is clear: adapt or fall further behind. The race is on, and the winners will shape Europe's automotive future. Standing still is not an option. As European automakers battle for market share, Chinese EV makers are making a dramatic entrance. BYD's European sales surged 206.8% in October, tripling its market share in just a year. SAIC's MG brand also grew 35.9%, showing Chinese brands are here to stay. These companies offer advanced, stylish, and competitively priced EVs, challenging the established order. Leveraging China's battery expertise, they build high-quality vehicles at lower costs. They're also tailoring designs to European tastes, making rapid inroads. MG's British heritage branding helps win over local buyers, even as the tech is all Chinese. This influx is great for consumers. More choice, better prices, faster innovation. But it's a wake-up call for Europe's auto industry, which employs millions. The competition is now global, and the front line is in European showrooms. The rapid rise of BYD and SAIC is reshaping the market. Europe's automakers must respond, or risk losing ground in their own backyard. The battle for the future of the car is truly global. In a booming EV market, you'd expect Tesla to be leading, but October 2025 told a different story. Tesla's European sales plunged 48.5% year-on-year, a shocking drop amid competitors' growth. Part of this may be due to Tesla's batch delivery system, which can cause lumpy monthly figures. But a nearly 50% fall suggests deeper issues than just logistics. The competition has caught up. VW, Hyundai, Renault, and Chinese brands now offer compelling alternatives. European consumers have more choice than ever, and Tesla is no longer the default. The market is fragmenting as buyers seek different models and price points. Tesla's dominance was built in an era of scarcity. Now, abundance is the norm. The October numbers are a warning. Tesla must adapt to a crowded, fast-evolving market. The EV landscape is diversifying rapidly. Success now requires more than just being first. It demands constant innovation. Tesla helped create this market, but now it must fight to keep its share. The rules of the game have changed. Despite the EV boom, Europe's auto industry faces serious challenges. Trade disputes, like US tariffs, threaten global supply chains and could raise car prices. China's economic slowdown is hitting European automakers' profits, especially for premium brands. This financial pressure comes just as they need to invest billions in EV development. Supply chain risks remain, with potential chip shortages threatening production. Modern cars, especially EVs, depend on a steady flow of complex electronics. The transition itself is daunting. Overall market volume is still below pre-pandemic levels. The shift to electric is happening, but may not be fast enough for the EU's 2035 climate targets. Building a reliable charging network across Europe is a massive task. Securing raw materials for batteries like lithium and cobalt is another major hurdle. October's sales are encouraging, but the road ahead is long and uncertain. The industry must innovate and adapt to survive. The green transition is just beginning. Why does a 4.9% rise in car sales matter? Because it signals a profound shift. The move to electric and hybrid vehicles is a key front in the fight against climate change. Every petrol or diesel car replaced by an EV is a win for the environment. October's data shows this transition is real and accelerating, driven by millions of choices. For buyers, it means a new era of mobility: quieter, smoother, and more powerful cars. Falling battery prices, lower running costs, and more competition are making EVs accessible. The influx of affordable models, including from China, gives consumers more choice than ever. For Europe's economy, this is both a challenge and an opportunity. The auto industry must reskill workers, retool factories, and secure new supply chains. The winners will be those who innovate and adapt fastest. October's numbers are more than stats, they're a snapshot of progress. Europe is reinventing its most important industry for a cleaner, sustainable future. The road ahead is long, but the destination is worth driving toward.